Hello, everyone. Today is going to be about seeds and how to harvest seeds from different plants, even the small herb plants that you have. Every seed is different, just like every plant is different. I have several seeds here, and I have my plates. Hopefully, I have everything I need today. Let me get myself on the big screen or the iPad. There's nobody in here right now, so I can go ahead and do that. Here we are. There I am. No bother. Okay, and I have my water today. So I need to fix this camera so that you all can have a better view. I'm gonna move it back and stand it up a little bit and tilt it down. Sorry, there's two people in here. How you guys doing? I appreciate you for being here. So let me go ahead and get this camera positioned so you can see my seats and me. I thought I did it, but apparently not. There we are. That's a better angle. How you doing? There's four of us in here. So this is Jamerica. Gosh, I have to keep on messing with this thing. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. And today I'm going to talk about harvesting your seeds. Now I know it's the end of the season for a lot of us. We're pulling up our stuff and tossing it. Hi CC, Texas Garden. How you doing? So we're pulling up a lot of our things, right? And hello, Rashida, Monique, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're pulling up a lot of our summer and spring crops. I'm trying to stoop down a little bit. And they're all dried out. You see that? This is basil. And instead of us going next year and buying more basil seeds, you can harvest your stuff. So I pulled up basil, which I want to put in a little strain. I'll show you that in a minute. Loofah, man, they'll grow. I got okra. I let this dry on the vine because if you don't, hello, Full Circle Chick. Hello, David Corey with the cropper. Welcome. I let my okra dry out on the vine because the okra, if you let it dry on the table, it may mold on you. It might mold on you anyway, but you'd be better off just leaving it on the vine. When you pick it like this, there's a lot of water in this thing. This is a lot lighter. Just like the loofah is lighter when it dries out, so is the okra. So all this water in here is going to cause the seeds to get moldy. Sometimes, not all the time. Then I picked the zinnia because I love zinnias, and then I have Scotch bonnet. Y'all know how hard these seeds are to come by, right? So, yeah. Have my knife, have my scissors. Oh, and of course I have my basil. In my opinion, basil, we're going to start with the basil as a matter of fact. Basil is one of the best pest preventative plants. That's just my opinion. Reason that I say that is I planted basil next to my squash. Y'all know how bad the squash was this year. And the one that was closest to the basil, they didn't get it till I got like 3 or 4 squash or zucchini squash. And I got more than that. They didn't know they were there because this thing has a smell on it. Hello, Shantae G. How you doing? Hello, Netta's Nest. How you doing? So this is what it's going to look like. Let it dry on the plant. Any of your seeds, dill included. I mean, all of them. If you can, let the seeds dry on the plant. And usually you do that at the end of summer when you're done harvesting all of your stuff. So this is a basil, right? You see that? And it's already flowered and dried up. As a matter of fact, there's one that's still green on there. So it's already dried up and pick a drier one. And what I do is I take the stem, right? I'm in the kitchen because I would have cooked this anyway, right? And I take this stem and I get all the seeds off. I just run my hand across it until all these little pods come off. Better to do it in the opposite direction of the way it's growing. It's easier to come off, right? And while I'm doing it, I kind of squeeze them and try to get the seeds out, because the seeds are encased in a little shell, believe it or not, right? So then I take the little strainer, and this is spaghetti strainer. You see the holes in here? Not the fine one, not the fine one that you use for tea, but the one you use for spaghetti. And I'm just taking my hand and I'm dusting it, right? See, I'm crumpling it and it's going in the strainer. Shake that thing and you're gonna see some black seeds come out. You're also gonna see some dust come out, but I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. I don't like buying stuff over and over again. I just don't. I will put them in CC Texas Garden. I will put them in a paper bag. Uh-oh. How did I do that? Yes, that's another thing. CC, you already know. You already know. Now, if you have the ones that are green, yeah. But I bought these and I have these. So just in case these seeds are not completely dry, if you put them in a paper seed pocket, or if you put them in a paper bag, that'll dry it out. That will dry it out. But these, you know, the plant and the natural air did most of the work for me. So I'm taking this and I am just running my hands across it, right? Then I'm gonna shake it so I get my seeds out. Okay. I'm gonna put this on here. Let me show you what I have. So in this bowl, I have dust, and you see those little black things? That's the seed. And all you do is you take your hand. Ooh, I'm blowing it already. You take this, right? I'm gonna get up out of my seat. We're gonna go outside. And all I do is blow it. Let's go outside for a sec. Bear with me. I'm a work in progress. Can y'all tell? So we have our seed here, right? Gotta put things on the floor. I'm my own cameraman and everything, so. All right, please don't let my dogs come out. So we're outside, right? And the sun is shining this way. So what I do is I take it and I blow the dust off. And what's left is the seeds. Just lightly, don't use a lot of wind. Just blow off what you can. Y'all see that? The more I blow, the more seeds show up. I'm not going too far from the house because I don't want to lose my connection. Oh, and don't inhale. There we are. And there's our seed. Let's go back in. Yes. My camera keep going up. Let's go back in the house. Let's not drop this. And close the door. So y'all see how easy it was for me to collect my seed, right? So now that I have all of this done, forgive my kitchen, all right? I'm a work in progress. Y'all know that, right? So now that I have this done, hopefully I don't cut myself off. So now that I have this done, I'm gonna take these seeds And I'm gonna put it in either, depending on how many seeds I have, I either put it in a paper bag because I don't want the seed to mold. Don't blow too hard or the seed's gone too. Yeah, I didn't. I just blew lightly. The seeds are heavier than that dust, and I have, look at, I have it all over me. It's heavier than this, the encasement. And I didn't get most of the seeds out of there. I just wanted to demonstrate, right? There's a little one left here. And I'm trying to get all of that stuff out because all I want is a seed. I don't want the case. So I bought these from the Amazon store. I'm just gonna say it. I got this from Amazon. And this you get from the supermarket, Dollar Tree, Walmart, anywhere. They went up. They used to be $1 for these bags, but now they're more than that. Dollar Tree is, I think, is $1.25 if you can find them there. And then I just take the seeds and put them in the packet. Lord have mercy. Uh-oh, don't break the table, Jamaica. Now, important step here. Something that I just don't do a lot. Mark your bags so you know what seed they are. And don't be like me. Say I'll remember, and then you don't remember. So where's my pen? I put a pen here somewhere. Put everything in a stack. Keep it organized. I got my grease pencil right here. So this is basil seeds, and I got them up under my nails. I got them everywhere. And if you want to be extra special, you could put the date, 9/24. I don't care about the day. I care about the month and the year. So you know when you just like when they package the seeds, it's a best by date. It's not a date that they're gonna expire. Seeds really expire. They just don't germinate as much. The older the seed is, the less germination you're gonna get. And this place smells like basil right now because of what I just did. Did you all know that basil, if you're nauseous and you eat a little basil, it'll go away? At least for me, it worked. Try it. Try it. People drink basil tea, but I just eat a couple of leaves. If I feel like I'm nauseous, I eat a couple of basil leaves, and within like 20, 30 minutes, I don't feel it anymore. It goes away. The nausea goes away. So we got all of our seeds, almost all of our seeds, in this little packet. And some people think that basil can only be grown in the summertime. Down south, you can plant basil until it freezes down here. I don't know about everybody else because Texas is a big place. I am in Texas and I'm in zone 9A. Sometimes it don't get cold here till Christmas. So here we are, our basil. Go ahead and seal it off and put it in a safe place. Now, if you want it, it's going to dry out in the paper bag. That's why I'm going to put it up. If you put it in plastic, you're risking the chance of the seed molding on you. So I bought these purposely. Initially, and I'm speaking from experience. I harvested some okra, and I put it in these plastic type of these plastic seed bags. The reason why when you buy this stuff, it's in paper, just in case it gets wet. And I open them up. I open the plastic bag. Like, let me pretend this is it, right? I opened the plastic up. Actually, I could see it. They were all moldy. I had to throw them out. So I was upset because I wasted a lot of time because I harvested them myself, and I don't like that, especially when I don't want to buy the seed again. So we got this one done. Harvesting seed is easy. And we spend so much money, like Baker Creek. I mean, I buy Baker Creek because there's seeds that they sell that I can't get unless I grow it, of course. And that's heirloom seeds, so you're going to get what you get. So here's okra. I recommend you let the okra dry. You hear that? Sound like that little toy that everybody has that makes a lot of noise. And I just cut off, or actually just twist it, right? And you open it up. Uh-oh, they're already falling out. You see that? You open it up like a flower. No sense in buying this stuff. This is Clemson spineless. Y'all know this joke is expensive. It's what, $4, $5 now? Just grow it. Collect your seeds. Don't harvest everything. Okra goes bad on you anyway. They go, once you could tell they're going woody, take your hand, right? And stick your fingernail in it. And if you can't get all the way through, it's woody. Leave it on the vine at the end of the season. If you leave it on the vine during the season, it slows down your production. So you pick those off. But at the end of the season, you let it stay on there. I purposely let these things stay on here. I'll bring you closer so you can see what I'm doing. Come closer, closer, closer. You don't need to see me, you need to see what I'm doing. So I told you that it opens like a flower and the seeds are going to be in here, right? See that? And they just fall out. Just fall out when you open them up. The more you open it up, the more seeds come out. Now this is just one okra, right? Look how many seeds I have in there. This is a pack of seeds. Actually, it's probably more than a pack of seeds. I hate to say it, but I think we're being price gouged. If you don't have it, I guess supply and demand, but look at this. Supply? Really? I got a pack of seeds from one Clemson spineless seeds. And some of these are still wet. See that? I got a pack of Clemson spineless seeds, and there it is. That's what it looks like when you completely take it out. How you doing, full circle chick? How you doing? See that? Got all my seeds out. And this is more than a pack of seeds that I got from that one pod. Let's do it again. Here's another one. This is a little small one, right? And all I do is I crack it open, right? And the seeds are right there. So I turn it upside down. This is where I cut it from the plant, right? And the seeds just start falling out. You have to open it up because they're in these little cases. You see this? It's like little capsules that hold the seed in. So you have to open that thing up to get everything out. I always just make sure, and I use my hand to make sure, because the okra seeds are pretty big. And just like that, we got 2 of them done. Do you see that? See that? You don't have to buy these seeds. You can do it yourself. Just leave them on there. You don't have to do nothing. You ain't got to water it no more. Just let them dry up on the vine. And yes, some of them, I can feel moisture in this thing. But when you put it in the paper bag, it finishes drying it out. They don't mold on you like plastic. If they ask you paper or plastic, always take paper. So that one's done. I'm going to pull you back so you can see me again. But look how many seeds we got that quick. Yes. Yes, harvesting seed just takes a little bit of time. It doesn't take a long time. And it's not hard. Not hard at all. So because I have so many of these, right? I'm gonna put it in a big bag. Cause I still got stuff out there. I still got these are for my small seeds. Right? I still have more okra out there because I let them dry up. I have the motherland okra out there also, and hopefully they didn't cross-pollinate. I don't know, but we'll see. Because I'm gonna harvest my motherland okra. What I noticed about Clemson spineless and motherland okra, I wish I had a picture of it or I picked one off. Motherland okra is like a heart, right? So this one goes woody way quicker than motherland okra. Now, in my opinion, Clemson spineless tastes better than motherland okra, and it doesn't have those spines on it. Like it's like if you ever did insulation, that fiberglass that gets into your skin, that's how a lot of okra feels. So never plant okra dense, never, unless it's Clemson spineless. Then you can go in there and not get all poked up. Shay J, how are you doing? Wait a minute. Wait, I'm starting to read the chat. Okay, Cece said I will put them in a paper bag. Are you are gonna have seeds everywhere? Laugh out loud. No, I've done this before, Cece. This is not the first time. I believe in saving stuff. And then David Corey with the cropper says, "You blowing that in our face." I was just trying to show you. So put the okra seeds. I know what okra seeds look like, but I'm going to write it on here. And there we are. We have our okra. Me and my non-writing self. We have our okra. And I just put these. I put them with the rest of my seeds. So next year, I don't have to buy that. It's already done, and I'm gonna have a million seeds. You know how many okra seeds I have because of this? This is enough okra to probably fill 1/8 of my half acre, as a quarter of an acre. So let's see. It probably can line the whole back fence. That's how much okra seeds this is. So let's go on. We did the basil, which is a herb. Herb seeds are super small, so you gotta be careful with them. Some of them I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't recommend you blowing them. Just harvest them, put them in a paper bag, a little seed bag, paper seed bag, and just plant them because they. Example, the what was that? Lemongrass. Don't mess with that. Just harvest whatever you can, right? Harvest the seeds and put them in a paper bag and then plant them because they feel like cotton. They're really small. Every seed is different. Okay, moving on. Now this plant. Y'all know what this is, loofah, right? Everybody loves loofah until you plant loofah. Loofah is wonderful. It's your own sponge. You have your own sponge. Now I have videos on it. If you go through my playlist, you'll find loofah. Loofah is on there, right? So loofah, wait till it's hard. I leave it on there until it makes that sound. Same thing with okra, except this is way more aggressive than okra. I put some on the side of the chicken coop, and the reason why I did that is because last year I planted it over there in my crepe myrtles. One of these must have fell down. And do you know that okra was, this was going up my crepe myrtles? Last year, this loofah almost destroyed. Those words I shouldn't be saying on YouTube. They don't like those words. But it almost took out my crepe myrtles. So I need to get the top off of this bad boy, right? And I'll let you see the sponge. Yeah, I take it from the bottom. Hard as a brick. I have to cut off the top. So I'm cracking it because this gets really, really hard. Really woody. Let me see what David and them say. Shay J said, good morning. Can okra seeds be dried off of the plant? Yes, you can, but you're taking the chance of getting mold on your seeds. I've had some out there right now that sometimes you pick okra and you don't know it's woody until it's too late. And I believe in giving everything the opportunity to thrive. I think one of these are woody. Like this one. This is woody, right? But the thing is, there's a water content in this that might cause your seeds to mold. Put them in a dry, like put them in the sun to dry, hope and pray that it don't rain or pray that there's no humidity there because there's already humidity inside this thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Best practice is just to leave it on the vine, leave it on the stem until it dries out and becomes a crispy, crunchy pod. So David says Shay. David says Shay, yes. Yeah, you can do that. Put it in a paper bag like Cece said, but you're still risking the chance because there's so much water in there. You're still risking the chance of it molding. But you don't have anything to lose if you already took it off the vine and it's woody. What's the sense? I mean, I have some that went woody that I'm sitting up. It's in the gazebo, just sitting in there. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, if it doesn't. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You'll know because you're gonna see the mold on it when you open it up. Let's see. Cece said, hey. Shay J said, doing great. I hope everyone is doing well. Oh, thank you. Full circle, chick. Do you direct sew? So this, I could. Most of the time I don't because I have such a bug problem out here, but I have direct sewn by accident. This direct sewed itself this year over there. And this is an aggressive plant. Okra, I have direct sewn. It'll come up. But most of the time, I started in a house because I just think that I can control. Oh, they're falling out. Y'all see that? So mark these seeds because loofah seeds look like watermelon seeds, and you don't want to confuse the two. I told you this thing is aggressive and it's a climber. It'll climb up your trees, your bushes, and what it'll do is it'll shade it out. It's very, very prolific. It took over the side of the chicken coop. So David said he direct sews most things, and it's all about preference. I don't. I direct sew some things. Let me see. I direct sewed my beans, my contender beans. I direct sewed those. This I could probably direct sew because this plant is gonna come up. Okra I have direct sewn. But there's some things that I just don't do it. Like my brassicas, I start them in the house because I know that the bugs like to eat them. My rabbits like to eat them. Everything likes brassicas. So unless it's Swiss chard. I've never direct sewn Swiss chard, but I noticed that the bugs don't particularly care for Swiss chard. I don't know why. So we have our seeds here. See that? That's all of our loofah seeds right there. That was really easy to get out, right? There's more in here. I haven't gotten them all out. And I'm going to put them, I can put them in a small bag right now. I don't have that many of them right now. I'm going to have a lot because I told you that loofah takes over. I have so many loofahs on there that, I don't know, processing them that's the issue. You got to get that shell off. And I have not cracked the code on how to get those, to get this, the outer shell off of this thing. I soak it and then I have to peel it off and I'm sitting here. It's an all-day process trying to get that stuff off. So David said he direct sews most things, and David can grow. David can grow some stuff. Watch him. David can grow. That's all I'm gonna say. Ira Handwork, it says, we survived a deadly storm here in South Georgia. Most towns still without no power. Huge pecan tree completely covered my vegetable garden. I am so sorry. We in Texas, we know about that stuff. We get them. I'm in Central Texas. The last storm that came here was Harvey. Harvey was so bad that I have a she shed, right? That's on that was on bricks. It's basically like a mobile home. Do you know what moved it? I had to have it bolted to the ground. Hopefully, yeah. Man, I saw it. I've seen what happened in the South, and I am so sorry. I am so sorry. It had just happened here in Houston, in Texas. It's people without power for weeks, and it was hot. And I saw what happened out there in Georgia. shoot, most of the southeast. I mean, that storm just, and there's another one coming. That's the scary part. And that doesn't happen as much to you guys. I mean, most of the time it happens in Florida, and that's what people expect for it to go down and to to slow down and not be as bad. This time, that was a bad one. It destroyed some places completely. I just pray everybody who was told to leave left. Garden, I mean the garden, yeah, that's a loss. But then there are people who didn't survive. They can't talk anymore. They're not here with us anymore because they wanted to stay. And I kind of understand, and I know I'm going off topic. I kind of understand how people feel leaving their homes and their properties, because I've had times where I had a kitchen fire, right? I don't know, a long time ago, right? And I was on the phone with the firefighters. I had my flour out, and I was putting that thing out myself because I was like, and I only called them because I couldn't get it down far enough. I had covered it with a frying pan, everything. And the lady told me to leave my house, and I told her, I ain't leaving. She kept on telling me, you need to leave, ma'am. I said, I ain't leaving. I'm going down with this shit. Now, that's how I feel, and I can That's how why I can understand some people not wanting to leave their property. When you leave your property in situations like that, um, things are going to happen anyway. We think that we're in charge, just like I wouldn't leave, but I had that joke under control, and I wasn't about to let that flame come up and burn my house down. I was going to I was going to walk out if I thought I could fight it. However, when something like Mother Nature, a hurricane is coming, and they tell you to leave, just go. We could replace our garden. We can't replace you. So, and then it went places that it wasn't supposed to go. It wasn't supposed to be like that. It wasn't supposed to be that. It was bad, but they had projected. They didn't tell everybody to evacuate, but some of the people told them to leave, and they wouldn't leave, and they're not here anymore. I just feel so bad for their families. God. When it gets to the point where the police officer or whoever's telling you to evacuate tells you to write your name and date of birth on your body, they're telling you that you ain't gonna make it, most likely. And some people didn't, and I feel so bad for them and their families, and I feel bad for anyone who I mean, wow. Okay, I'm getting off topic again. This house flooded. I don't know about, I say about, at this time, about 10 years, about $50,000-$60,000 worth of damage. The pipe upstairs busted. I went to a game. I was in Austin at the what is it, the game, the Longhorn game. And I'm out there having fun, and I come in, it was raining real hard when we came back. And I was like, well, what's that sound? We opened the door, and I was like, did I leave the back door open? Man, water was everywhere. The ceiling had collapsed. I got the guy in here. When you see that type of destruction, all you can do, you don't know what to do. You just sit down. I sat down on the couch, and I just sat there because I couldn't mop up all the water. Water was everywhere. Everything was a mess. The entire downstairs, the entire downstairs, the tape came off the walls, the ceiling caved in. It was a mess. So, saying that, I understand how some people are gonna, dealing with that type of destruction is mind altering. Some people cannot fathom how to recover from something like that. However, you always have to remember, I'm still here and I can fight another day. I'm still alive. I still have a chance to thrive. And I'm just going to have to adjust and rebuild. Because I was hopping around from hotel to hotel. I was telling my coworkers, I was working for the city of Austin at the time, and I had to buy clothes because all of my clothes got wet. I didn't have anything. And they told me, you need to leave. You can't stay in here. When you have something like that, they have to cut the walls up. Dealing with a flood is water can do a lot of damage. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you don't fix it, mold can set in. So it's stressful. So I understand how some people are probably They don't know what to do. That's how I felt. You feel hopeless and helpless, but you always have to remember that you're still here. Garden was the least, that time I mean, the garden was the least of my problems. I didn't have anywhere to live. And that's where a lot of people are right now. So I pray that there is something or someone out there to support them. They have family, and hopefully the insurance companies do what they're supposed to do. Mine did. Mine paid for it. Well, I had a deductible, but they paid for most of it because that was a lot of money. It might have been more, over $50,000 worth of damage. I forget. Whole downstairs gone. Bathroom upstairs gone. Bedroom gone. Everything was a mess. I couldn't stay in here. They told me to leave because you can't breathe. So can't breathe that stuff in. Anyway, when I saw that, all of those feelings came back. So that's why I didn't come on. I didn't put on a couple of videos for a long time because, man, you get PTSD behind that. Because I can feel how some of those people felt because it wasn't a hurricane for me, but I had flood damage. And man, I don't know what to say. I just say I'm so sorry that happened to some of the people. Back to what we were doing though. Flooding is different. Rebuilding is different, or having to move, like the people in Katrina. Sad. You can't. God is in charge. None of us are. We think we are, but you can only do so much. You can plan and prepare, but I said this on another live that I'm saving all these seeds, but if there's a flood or something happens, all of this stuff is gone. I'm just doing what I can for now. There are a lot of people who have power outages, and in order to save food and can it, some of it you need to grow because stuff is so expensive, which is why I'm doing this. I don't want to buy the seeds anymore, and I want to continue to grow and build up whatever, what did I say? Live like nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. No one. You are the one who has to prepare for yourself and then hope that somebody else comes to help you. And let's see. So I really, really feel so bad that happened to so many people. Some towns are completely wiped out. I just don't know what to say. That's why I just disappeared for a little while, because I was like, yeah, here we are. I'm all happy-go-lucky and collecting seeds and tending to my garden. And I just, whew. I couldn't do it for a little while. So here I am today, trying to bring back some sense of normalcy, some sense of rebuilding. If you have any kind of hobby, if you're in that situation, if you have any kind of hobby or something that can take your mind off it, besides something, don't drink yourself to death. Don't do that. But if you can find something positive to do until you can figure it out, do that. Try to find a little bit of peace, even if it's sitting on a bench and watching the birds. That don't cost no money. We're on to our zinnias, right? Let me see. So, let's see what's going on in the chat. So he said, David Corey with the crop says, pour into a crease paper towel. Okay, to fill the sack. Okay, I didn't think about that. CC Texas Scar said, what type of basil? It's that type of basil that I bought from the Dollar Tree that just say basil on it. It's Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is, I'm sorry, David, I almost knocked you off. It's Dollar Tree basil. Dollar Tree seeds don't be distinct. Well, some of it, but what the basil just say basil. Full Circle says, oh man, thanks for saying that. I have some in a little snack size bag. Okay, if it's in plastic, I would recommend put it in paper. David Corio said, great tutorials. Shay J said, good morning. Can okra seeds be dried off of the plant. And David David said yes, and I said yes. But you risk that the the chance of it molding. So Shay J says, doing great, Jamaica. I hope everyone is doing well. Full service. Chick says, do you direct sow? Yes, but not everything. Most of the stuff I don't, because I have a bug problem, and I feel like putting out a juvenile out there has a better chance of survival. David Corey with the cropper says, Shay, but you want a large okra when cut off plant and set it in. What is it? You want to, what is it? Shay, but you want a large okra, then cut off plant and let sit till it's dry. Okay. So David said, get a big one. Don't get one of these little ones like this. Because these don't have mature. This is not a mature seed. I could probably eat this right now. You want a big one. See that? See the difference? This is a baby one. Don't try to dry that, because those seeds aren't ready. Okay. Shantae J said, doing well. Shantae G says, that loofah needs a hammer. It is tough. That thing is tough. When you harvest the loofah, the sponge from it, I have to soak this in water for about 20-30 minutes, and then I peel the outer shell off. I'm trying to watch another tutorial, because there's got to be an easier way to get that shell off, because that thing is not easy. Shantae G, Shay J said, got it. Thanks, everyone. David Corey with the cropper says, I direct sow most things. Ira Handwork says, we survived the deadly storm in South Georgia. Excuse me, there's a spider here. In South, I'm not scared of bugs, by the way, especially ones that look like they're poisonous. We survived the deadly storm here, and okay, so we talked about the storm. David Corey with a crop on. My Jamaican sorrel is like 9 to 10 feet wide, direct sown. I have mine out there, but I didn't direct sow mine. I put it out there as a juvenile, and mine is about 9 to 10 feet. But I don't know, David. You up in Dallas? I don't know, down here in South Austin. These bugs will eat your stuff. They will, they will eat it down. The rabbits are running around messing with stuff. They have gotten me a couple of times. They got me a couple times this year. Say, Prepper Rookie, how you doing? Lucky, I only lost a fence and some pepper plants. Oh, bless you. Thank goodness for you, because I watched some other stuff. Oh man, I watched some other stuff, and it is. I'm sure there's people without electricity still. And being without electricity is not easy, especially if you don't have propane, a grill, and all your food goes back. I just had that happen. My freezer opened and everything spilled out of this. I'm going to show y'all. Do not. You see that one? This one right here? Door opened. If you get a deep freezer, get one of these. Just saying. Back to what I was saying. That door opened. I came back from vacation. That's just the devil. I came back from vacation. All the food was on the floor. I had to throw everything out. And it was full. It was full. So if you don't have backup power, and solar can only do so much. Solar is slowly getting better and allowing us to take our food and put it in the refrigerator or in the freezer. But solar can only do so much. I recommend gas and propane. And propane is expensive now. So propane, however, lasts forever. Gas goes bad. That's the difference. So get one of those generators and then have their solar and try to back it up 1-to-1 until maybe you can preserve everything, because keeping these freezers going through a power outage is not easy. I wouldn't power up nothing. These jokers, they will be on though. That would be the last thing I would let. Now I would not let that, I wouldn't plug up anything. I would cook my food outside on a grill. Or I have a Coleman stove, so I use that. But the refrigerator and the freezer, man, the food is too expensive to let go. So let me see. Full Circle is laughing. CC Texas Garden says, hey, Prepper Rookie. Shay J said, I love that Dollar Tree seed. Me too. I do. I go there and I buy packs after pack after pack. I buy all of them. I mean, I buy the flowers, everything. 25 cents. I don't know when it's going to go up, but I always think this is the year where they're going to go up. So I always buy more. Erica Taylor said, volunteer at my mom's nursing home, but listening. Thank you. Cece said, nice, Erica. So we're on to our zinnias, right? So here's a zinnia, right? I'm going to take this thing and move it away. We got this one, and we got our Scotch bonnet. Oh, I forgot to mark this. This is, put this down, Loofah. Okay, and this goes into the pack with everything else. So here is Zinnia, right? It's already falling apart. Zinnia is just like marigolds. Let them dry off. I do. Let them dry off on the stem. And then just take them and let them come off. I don't even do the same thing that I do with the like I blew the other one, the basil. I'm not gonna blow this one. I'm just gonna put this one up as is. The seed is there, but the seed is super small on the zinnia. And I think it's just easier to just take it like this. You see that? And put them in a pack. Prepper Rookie, seems half our country is underwater and still no power. Ours came on after the second day. Cars and houses are buried under sand from the Gulf. Jesus Christ. Oh, somebody deleted something. Okay. That's so messed up. It's so messed up. And then there's more coming. This is not it. We're not done. We're not done. And it seems like they're coming from nowhere. I'm like, where did it come from? Most of the time they say it comes off the coast of Africa. And they say that I ain't gonna even talk about that. They say it's because of the slave trade. It follows the route of the slave trade. That's the rumor. But man, some of them are just popping up everywhere. More in the water now. Yeah, there's one that they expect to just keep on going north. Hopefully that doesn't head towards the northeast of the United States. It may hit a couple of islands out there. So it's out there in the water. They're saying it's a fish thing or something. They already named it. It's already a hurricane. And then there's one in the Gulf. There's one in the Gulf right now. Forming up. Same scenario. Man. Whew. I try to be a good person because you don't know. You don't know how long you're going to be here. I don't want to end up in the wrong place. So, you don't know the day, the hour, the second. You don't know. Just try to do the best you can while you're here. Be good to each other. Be the best person you can be. So, here's our zinnias. Just like that, it's done. And I just put them in here. This thing is taking up too much room. Oh no, my rutabaga! I put them in here. I put them in this little tray until I sort them out. And then I put them in alphabetical order in the other ones. They're just like this. When I'm done with them, because these are just things that I'm planting for the fall crop. Yeah, here comes the guy with the lawnmower. And my dog don't like him. So here we are, right? And Cyrus, stop. Go and sit down somewhere. Every week is the same thing. He got his ears down, looking at me like he ain't do nothing. I know you're doing your job. I know you're doing your job, boy. So here is a habanero, right? And I'm going to sacrifice my habanero. No, I'm not. I'm just going to get the seeds out. So habaneros is one of those that I do not let dry out because I want the habanero. Excuse me. This is not habanero. This is Scotch bonnet. Woo! And I can smell it. Hopefully, this joker don't burn me. Let me get my knife. Because I don't want to be a pain. So you do this and you take the seeds out. The seeds are the hottest part of the Scotch bonnet. And these, I just sit them on this plate until they dry up. I don't put them in a bag or anything. Scotch bonnet, I think I got this from Homestead Heart. I'm sure. Either I got it from Homestead Heart or Baker Creek. I think these are from Homestead Heart though, because of the yellow ones. And I'm just taking the seeds out with my knife so I don't get this juice on my hand. The last thing I want to do is feel that pain. Bad enough. I like hot food, but I don't like it when it gets under my nails. And oh, you got an attitude, boy, huh? Yeah, huffing, snorting. I don't like when it gets under my nails and starts burning my nail bed. So I'm being careful. Cause you can tell it happened before. All right. That's another thing. And this is just a side note because y'all gonna laugh. So I always wondered why some people, and I wasn't one of those people until recently. Some people wash their hands before they go to the bathroom as well as after. And I didn't understand until one day I was cooking and I ran to the bathroom. Lord have mercy. I was handling either one of these or habanero. You only make that mistake one time. One time. I always wash my hands before and after. Always. Always. It's like, you have to, there is nothing I can say to explain the amount of pain I was in. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do, take a bath in milk? What are you gonna do? You just have to wait till that joker wear off. Burning. I saw this one girl. I was in Walmart, right? And it had already happened to me one time. And I'm washing my hands, right? And I see this lady who works at Walmart come in there and wash her hands before she goes to the bathroom. And this one lady didn't understand. I was like, well, that's strange. I said, no. You only need to handle hot peppers one time and go to wipe. It can happen to men too. It don't matter. It does not discriminate against anybody's sex, male or female. One of these jokers, you take this, you cutting up your habanero, right? Some people wear gloves. As a matter of fact, some people wear gloves when they handle these things. Their skin is really sensitive. Man, you get one of these and you get this stuff on a sensitive body part like that, male or female, crying ain't gonna cry. You ever been in so much pain where you can't cry? I have. There's nothing I can do. Just close my eyes and not enjoy the ride. So the lady was like, I don't understand. I was like, you know what? She probably was handling some peppers or something that she knew that was gonna make her sick. The girl was right. Don't be judging people. You see people doing something strange. Everybody has a reason. They have experience. You we learn the most when we have a bad experience. We remember that real good. Remember that real good. So we had the seeds here from the Scotch bonnet, yellow Scotch bonnet. I'm pretty sure this is Homestead Heart seeds. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold these seeds. Get that off of there. I'm gonna keep these seeds on this plate. I'll put it somewhere where it won't be disturbed until they dry up. And then I'll go ahead and I'll put them into one of these. It's not big. I'm not gonna get enough seeds to fill this, so I know I'm gonna use one of these. Not the plastic, but the paper sack. And I bought these from Amazon. They don't cost very much. They're the same price. Get 100 of them for like, I don't know, $4. Right there. I would recommend these unless you're in an environment that you think is gonna get wet. And then I would still put them in these and then put them in a Ziploc bag, just so that you can keep your seeds from molding. All right. Prepparuki said, new definition of hot pans. I'm telling you, Prepparuki, I'm telling you, woo! Lord have mercy. And it's so strange sometimes when people are so rude with what they say, you don't want to tell them. You want them to find out. Judging that poor girl. That girl just looked, she was like, when the lady's like, well, that's strange. And the little girl, and I'm saying little girl, she was in her 20s. I said, she just looked in the mirror because we were in the Walmart bathroom, right? And both of us were washing our hands. And, you know, the woman walked by and looked at her because the lady had was taking her apron off and washing her hands. You tell she was going in, not coming out. And the lady looked at her, well, that's strange. And I was like, shoot. I told her. The little girl didn't say nothing. The little girl wanted her to find out. Serena Norell. Do you know that pepper is half pea? You're funny. Peas. CC's Tech Garden, right? Prepper, LOL. So I've done a couple of seeds here because I want to show you the different types. There are, like this seed, I would bury a little bit. The smaller seeds, like the basil, I just dust them on top of the soil. As a matter of fact, cabbage, collard greens, I don't bury them no more because they don't germinate. I just dust them and water them down. And callaloo especially, I don't bury callaloo at all. Dust them on top. Those little seeds, just dust them on top. If they are smaller than this, dust them on top of your soil, unless you have some peat moss or something really light where the seed can break through. I wouldn't put any soil on top of it. I just seal them. Spray them down or water them in. The more you bury it, the smaller the seed, the more you bury it, the less likelihood is of it being able to germinate it is. So I learned my lesson. Capsaicin is good. Yes. Capsaicin is good for joint pain, but some people can't handle these because they have ulcers. Their stomach, I've seen it happen to people. I don't have that problem. I was raised on this stuff. As a matter of fact, I prefer to eat hot food. It was one time though. we were in Austin, South Austin. And we went to some place, that Roof Inn or something. It was a restaurant. And they had some hot wings, right? Because I love hot food. And they had one chili pepper. You know, they have the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was like, you know what? I want to try the hottest one there is today. So my cue should have been when the waiter, I said, how hot is this one? And his eyes kind of got wide. Like, don't do it, you fool. He said, it's really hot, ma'am. It's really, really hot. Really hot. If you don't like hot food, just get number 1 or number 2. Don't go to number 4. I think it was number 4 I picked. That was the highest one. Man. it came. My hot wings came. You know, hot wings, they should have had flames coming from it. And it was hot. So I took the first one and it started burning my lips. And I was determined I was going to eat it. I had some ranch sauce and I said, well, maybe if I dip it in the ranch, it'll be better. I couldn't finish it because it burned. It was burning my lips. I don't think my tongue burned. But when it hit my stomach, it kind of burned, right? My stomach started hurting because it was hot. Hot. And hot is not a flavor. Hot is actually your body. Hot peppers, this is actually your body telling you that you're in pain. There's no flavor for hot. Hot is just hot. Hot is your body warning you, danger, danger. It's not a flavor. So it was Friday, and my friend was named Selena. I can say her name. She ain't gonna watch this anyway. And she was pregnant. And she was like, I don't want nothing to do with it. She was about 8 months pregnant at the time. And she didn't want nothing to do. And she just looked at me and said, are you okay? So I was like, no. So I had to go back to work. It was lunchtime. And I'm a cheapskate, right? So I took the wings and I baggaged them up and bring them home. Well, the next day was Saturday. You know, burn going in, burn coming out. That stuff, it travels. It travels through your whole digestive tract. And I have never been in so much pain in my entire life. I will never do that again. Never. Anyway, TMI, right? I see people doing that chip challenge, and I'm like, oh my God! Not only are they gonna be, and I had a coworker who he wanted hot stuff. We were at a restaurant. He was like, I want the hot, and you thought I would have learned from him. Man, that man started sweating. Had to take off his jacket. He just started sweating profusely, and man, I didn't know that it was like that though. I did not know because I wasn't around for the second half of the adventure. Anyway, Full Circle said hella hot. Sorry, rub on your joints. So if you have sensitive skin, don't rub this on your joints. My mom likes capsaicin, but she eats it. I mean, it's good for it reduces inflammation. This reduces inflammation, and so does ginger without the pain. Some people can't take this, and their skin, it'll turn your skin red. Just like onions make your eyes water, this will feel like burning on your skin. That's why people use gloves at the restaurants when they handle these peppers, because they burn. Let's see. Full Circle Chick said hella hot. Shantae G, Prepper Rookie, run the actual pepper on. No. Don't rub it on your joints. You eat it and it reduces inflammation. I don't know. I've never heard of rubbing it on your joints, but I know that when we in the food industry handle these in volume, and if you have sensitive skin, that's why I was like worried about. That's why I used a knife, because I didn't want this, the capsaicin, the hot stuff, to get under my nails and start burning me. I don't rub nothing like this. I don't rub down my joints. Eat it. It reduces inflammation. So does ginger. A lot of things do that. So y'all can look that up. So Shantae G, don't do that. Serena Norel, Jamaica, are you going to try the new pepper? What is it? Pepper X when it comes out? I don't know what that is. I'll look it up. I like Scotch bonnet and habaneros. They're hot enough for me. I don't know. I mean, I might. I'm not gonna say I won't, but this is what I really wanted: Scotch bonnet and habaneros. Habaneros are easier to find than these. That's why I'm harvesting the seeds, and I'm gonna let them dry out. Let me use my grease pencil. So I don't know what it is. I wrote it on the plate. This is grease pencil. This is the best thing since sliced bread. This is what we use in the military to mark vehicles, to do the center of balance. It does not come off with sun. You have to scrub it off. It's not going to come off. A lot of people are losing the names on their tags. You use a grease pencil, and you get this from Amazon. use a grease pencil, which is basically a crayon in the pencil form, it's not going to disappear. We used to use these on these slides. You remember those slides, the slides that they had when we were kids? For those of you or were around in the like 80s, this is what you should use. Grease pencil. And then you don't have to worry about your tags losing the names. Let's see what else. Shantae Dree said rub. Yeah, don't rub it on. Capsaicin oil continued straight through to the end. Prepper rookie. Yes. Yes. It was horrible. It was horrible. First I did that, and then I did the one where I went to the bathroom and wiped. That was here in the house though. Man, I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave the house. I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain. Both times. Which one was worse? They were both bad. Both of them. Both bad. I definitely will not rub it on me. Sensitive skin for sure. Yeah. Your skin will, man, it'll turn red and it'll burn you. That's what it is. That's what it does. Prepper Rookie said Pepper X over 2 million. No. Serena Noel, Pepper X is supposed to be the hottest pepper yet. So it's worse than the ghost peppers. No, I ain't doing that. I don't like pain. Apparently I like some heat because I like Scotch bonnets and I like habaneros. But when it goes over that, I like taste my food and I like my taste buds and I don't want to be in the bathroom. No. Serena Noel, Pepper X is supposed to be the hottest pepper yet with 2.54 million Scoville units of heat. And Prepper Rookie says it blends in waste. So that's another thing about these. You can make your like if you're gonna make some what do we have? If you are going to make something hot and you're gonna blend this into something, that's good. I use it in escabeche. I use it in a lot of the Jamaican food. Sometimes I cut it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just throw the entire berry in there because some people cannot take heat. So just for me to get a little bit of heat, I put it in there whole. Some people break it in half and take all the seeds out and then they cook with it because the seeds are one of the hottest parts of these peppers. But some people cannot, they cannot eat that stuff because it hurts their stomach. They can't take it. So beware. If you're cooking for your family, you know who can eat this stuff and who can't. Prepper Rookie says sitting there crying. Yes. Sitting there crying, not knowing what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Odom's Homestead, how you doing? Can't make hot sauce out of that. Hello, Jamaica. So I have made hot sauce, but I blend these with different stuff. Even I use different peppers, and sometimes I use tomatoes to bring it down because this stuff is hot. You can make your own hot sauce with it, but I remember one guy came to work and he had some ghost peppers and some of those guys were eating it. And I felt bad for some of them because they're super hot. When I came back to the break room, I looked on the table and them jokers were still sitting there. I guess everybody had learned their lesson or somebody had to go home or probably wanted to check into the hospital because you in pain. You in pain if you eat something. So, sofrito. Okay. So, Prepper Rookie says it can cause ulcers. Oh, I thought that it was, nah, and I'm not a doctor. I don't know. They said that it was actually the pepper healing the wounds, but it might be causing it because this is nothing but fire. Fire in a cute little package. It doesn't look like it could do that. So we've already harvested all of our seeds to include our Scotch bonnet. Scotch bonnet seed, which is hard to get. I have a seed there, which is hard to get. Once you get these seeds, grow them. And this does not have to be dried out. Dry it out on a plate. But for the most part, harvest your stuff when it's all dried up. Peppers are the exclusion. Peppers, tomatoes, nightshades. You can you should harvest them wet because they're not going to dry out. But all the rest of the stuff, nightshades are tomato, eggplant. What else? Tomato, eggplant, peppers. I may forget some, but those are in the nightshade family, and the nightshades wet. All the rest of the stuff, herbs, all that stuff, dry. So I'm getting ready to sign off. We've been on for a while. I brought my water with me today because I don't talk a lot unless I'm on camera. So I hope you all enjoyed this live. I thank you guys for being with me. Please say your prayers for those people who have huge loss or any loss at all. And hopefully they recover soon. You know, as long as you're still here, you got a chance. I thank everyone for being with me and being in this live. I thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a blessed week. And I will see you on the next one, all right? Bye, y'all.